We're back. We're back. Again, thank you for joining me. I'm your love, Dr. Pamela Smith, and thank you for being a part of ways to find love, get love, keep love, and enhance love. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's get right into this particular talk is about, are you passive or aggressive when it comes to relationships? Now, this is what this is about now. Because it has a lot to do with your success in the relationship or when you meet the relationship or that mate you want to be with. Are you passive aggressive? Okay. And I'm talking about this because in the book, chapter 6, we're on chapter 6 about reality in the sky. I feel like what that journey went through, and when you read the book, make sure you get it, be the link in the description for you. I talked about how, of course, there was a third party involved that was involved in this chapter. But then at the same time, a scene and situation happened that put me to a state of not being aggressive. And so I'm talking about this because this, again, is all about self. You got to remember everything that we're going to do within our relationships and just with people, and not just a relationship with a male or a female, but a relationship is about who you are as an individual. Being an aggressive individual, are you aggressive? Are you passive? Are you shy? Who are you? And you should know who you are at the time you're at the level of relationships. And I'm saying that because I believe that I've been a shy person at one time, and that was as a younger lady. I was not aggressive. I would say I was passive. I was a Southern girl in a northern state, coming from the South, going north. And so I was passive. So it causes you to have possible ways about yourself. Now, I personally didn't have low self-esteem, but when you're not as aggressive, you could possibly have low self-esteem. You could have high self-esteem. It depends on where you are. I was just more of a shy, passive individual. But I had high esteem now. And I love myself. Don't get it twisted. At all, okay? But, sometimes as young ladies, we tend to sometimes listen to other people, our parents, our siblings, sometimes our friends. And we're listening more to them about what makes us happy. And they can't solve that. They can't give you that part of self. You have to understand self. And you have to understand who you are. Are you passive, aggressive, shy, insecure, secure, low self-esteem, high self-esteem? You got to know where you stand, because it matters when it comes to meeting someone, because those things can stop you based on how you feel about yourself. Okay? Now, when I was involved with Michael, I wasn't by no means shy or had low self-esteem. I wasn't aggressive because I had just moved from a southern state to a northern state, learning the ways of the people. And I believe northern people are aggressive and in a hurry, not patient. And from most southern people are patient. And we're not aggressive. We know what we want. We don't get it twisted. We got some high esteem. But we're not aggressive people. And so I was that person. So, and I was that person that I was easy on the eyes, right? Because I smile all the time. I'm going to be patient. I was happy. I didn't treat people with disrespect. I was courteous. You got me? And so that's part of recognizing um, how people treat you, because how you are is how people are going to treat you. Um, if you are going to do things that involves being seen in public, you have to carry yourself in such a way. You've got to carry yourself with respect. You've got to speak up. You've got to let people know how you're confident. You got me? And you can do things on your own. You got me? You can do things that is a confidence, right? So that doesn't mean you can't get what you want. Now, in my situation with Micheal, I wasn't aggressive in the scene because I wasn't thinking about myself. And here's why I talk about this. I was thinking about myself, but not thinking about myself. I was thinking more about my job versus about my emotions. And I wasn't sure what was happening because I was confused. And so sometimes shock keeps you at a place of confusion. And so I didn't go the other way. Like some people, when they find something happen to them, they snap and want to fight and act a fool because of that. That to me is a form of low self-esteem, because you think that's what you have to prove to somebody by acting that way. I in turn was shocked and had more respect for and love for myself, that I'm not going to embarrass myself or make myself look unladylike. You got me? So when the scene happened and the situation happened with the third party, I became non-aggressive, okay? And which was passive. Now, I did that because it was a choice. I had to either choose to be disrespectful to myself and colleagues, or I had to choose to be respectful to myself and deal with it later. And so I chose the latter, that I would deal with it later, not knowing what was going to happen going forward. Now, when I look back at my decision now, back then, I learned what was the reason, okay, which I wrote in the book. So I learned after that this person made a decision to change their life totally without me, and which is in the book. We're going to get into that. And when they made that decision to do that, I didn't know what they were doing. Now, would the aggressive me have done more if I was an aggressive person? Yes. Would that have changed the outcome? Not necessarily. Because when someone makes a decision to do something, you, the individual, is not going to change what they have decided. Why? Because they've already decided it. You're only going to stop it for a moment, but it's not going to change the outcome. You can convince a person to see you, right? You can convince a person that you're the person, but they see that. So when he saw me before he made this decision, he had a decision to make. So did he really truly want to be with me, or he did not? And that's where the reality sets in. And I'm talking about this because your decision in your life about who you are is all about your decision. You have to decide what it takes to make you happy. And you have to decide what you are going to do to be happy. Does it mean you have to be aggressive about being happy? Or do you stay passive about being happy? Everything that happens in our life comes from the decisions that we make and the choices that we make. And it's your decision and your choice, right? But it takes doing it takes doing more for just self. And here's what I mean. I believe that if I was aggressive, that I wouldn't have been more concerned about my job. I would have been concerned more about my emotions. But I was more concerned about my job because I didn't know what was going to happen. He wasn't taking care of me totally. I mean, he did, don't get me wrong, he did a lot. But I wasn't in a position where he was totally taking care of me because I didn't have anything that put him in that position to take care of me. He could change his mind at any time. And that is what happened. You see? And this is why I talked about when I talked about in the previous video about single and being committed. And it doesn't matter until a person makes a decision to make you their wife, you're still single. And it doesn't mean that that person has to be committed to you or do anything. And this is why it's just so important to recognize what is best for you. Okay? But when it comes down to being a passive and aggressive individual, it's your decision and your choices. And I believe that we become aggressive as we mature and we learn more about ourselves and we learn more about life. We begin to make better choices and we begin to change the outcome of our life. And we become more aggressive about our decisions and what's best for us as we mature. And I believe in my 20s, I was an aggressive individual in my time because I was in a place of peace and happiness. And I believe that, or at least I thought at that time, that his love for me was greater than anything. And I found out later that didn't matter. Okay? So I just wanted to quickly talk about your decision to become who you want to become. And in life, there's a place and a position you have to decide you're going to be when you enter into a situation. Do you be passive about it or be aggressive? Because it's all your decision or who you're going to decide to do when you come into a situation. Who do you become? And who do you want to be? And so today, I'm aggressive. But I'm a respectful, aggressive person, and this is what I'm talking about. You have to be aggressive for your happiness and what you want in your desires, okay? And that is what truly matters. And I don't want you to think that you've got to be aggressive to get what you want. I'm saying be aggressive for what makes you happy. Don't settle and be passive and let something pass you by. I believe that if I had been aggressive, I may have made a difference in the thought process of Micheal, but I don't know if that would have changed the outcome. You understand? So I hope that helped you right there. Again, thank you for joining me. Now, if you need help and you feeling some kind of way, you're feeling low, you're feeling depressed, you're having any issues that are going on within your life, please make sure that you join me and get a one-on-one consultation with me, and I'll be more than happy to help you understand what you're feeling, what you're going through. It's a one-on-one consultation. Yes, it does involve a fee, but yes, I will definitely help you, and I know how to help you. And I look forward to doing that because that's what I love doing, because love is my job. And love is helping you understand, love yourself and your desires and your likes and your wants and just self. And I am here for you. So I hope I can help you. Anyone that needs help today, please go to the link in the description below and set up an appointment with me today. Okay? I will see you soon. Thank you for being a part. And we will be back again talking about love, relationships, and helping you along this journey of love. Take care. And I look forward to talking to you soon.